The Johnsons were greeted on the grounds of Buckingham Palace. Carrie and Boris Johnson's dog killed the late Queen Elizabeth's young goose. According to a new royal book, Robert Hardman, a royal author, retold the story in his most recent book, King Charles E. The Inside Story. The new book examines the first year of Charles's rule, as well as Robert's personal interactions with members of the royal family. According to one version, one of the late Queen's young goslings died following an encounter with Carrie and Boris' dog Dilyn, while they were permitted to wander about Buckingham Palace grounds. Robert wrote, "When the COVID epidemic shut down the country the next year, the Queen was characteristically considerate when Johnson himself ended up in intensive care. She invited him to use Buckingham Palace's gardens for walks with his wife, Carrie, and young son, Wilfred. The monarch was protecting herself at Windsor. During one such walk, to Johnson's horror, Carrie's Jack Russell, Dilyn, attacked and killed a gosling near the palace pond. He believed it was best to say nothing at all, forgetting that nothing goes unnoticed by the boss at Buckingham Palace." At their next meeting, the monarch casually mentioned walking in the palace gardens before abruptly adding, "I gather Jack Russells don't go very well with goslings." That was the conclusion of the matter. Johnson, like all of his prime ministerial predecessors dating back to Winston Churchill, would discover that no time spent on research before a royal encounter was wasted. The release of Robert's book comes at a critical moment for the royal family, since it was disclosed on Wednesday that Princess Kate and King Charles needed hospital care. Kensington Palace and Buckingham Palace issued two statements. The first said that Princess Kate is presently healing in the London clinic following stomach surgery and will be in the hospital for 10 to 14 days. Meanwhile, the King will be treated at the hospital next week for an enlarged prostate.